Hi, this is Joe Sloboda again from Exclusive Visas. Often I'm asked by clients what are some of the key points that they should be considering when choosing an EB-5 project or an EB-5 Regional Center. Sometimes people will look at past performance of a regional center. They'll look at what the specifics of the project and the business plan. But ultimately, 3 points always seem to come up that every client that we've worked with over the last 6 years has been interested in. Number one, will the EB-5 project they're investing into be able to create enough jobs so that their green card can become permanent? The U.S. Citizens and Immigration Services, often referred to as USCIS, requires that the project create no less than 10 full-time permanent jobs for each EB-5 investment that's made into the offering. So we often will look for projects that are creating more than 10 jobs per investor. And these job requirements or these job creation numbers are factored by economists that are doing due diligence and feasibility reports to base on the business and the job creation abilities of that business in that geographic area. Number two, we want to make sure that eventually, as an EB-5 investor, you'll be able to get your money returned to you. You're investing $500,000. This is a large sum of money, no matter where you come from and no matter how much money you make. And a primary question that most people have, a concern, is will they ever see their money again? Depending upon the EB-5 project that's out there, some projects have, in my opinion, a better plan than others to repay that money. Some projects will provide real estate ownership to individuals in exchange for the $500,000. And well, you have to be very careful of how this real estate is being exchanged to you, and more importantly, when. Because any repayment of principal prior to the green card becoming permanent will violate the USCIS guidelines, and therefore your green card won't become permanent. So we have to take a close look at that. Additionally, we want to look at in the exit strategy of not only how that money can be repaid, but when would it be repaid? And is the business plan, or does the business plan make sense? Is there a need for that business or this type of development in the specific area that this project is being developed? So the third point that most EB-5 investors are looking for is whether or not there's the ability to make any sort of income or profit from their EB-5 investment. Now, it's important to understand that first and foremost, the EB-5 program is an immigration vehicle. You're entering into the EB-5 program to obtain permanent residency, and it shouldn't be considered for the total return of investment or the profitability that you may be able to make one day. It's nice to have some sort of income be derived from the EB-5 project. In many cases, you can earn somewhere between 1 or 3% on average per year as payment of interest or dividends from a project. And this is good to help offset any upfront costs or fees that may have been associated with the project. But ultimately, what we explain to people is that the EB-5 program your decision should not be made based on what your total return of investment may or may not be. Because as many people already know, the EB-5 program is not guaranteed. There cannot be any guarantees made by the project, any guarantees of income or any guarantees of return of your investment. And this is why it's so important to look at the overall business structure and the overall business plan of the project you're investing into. So I hope that some of these points have been helpful to you. A lot of this information is available on our website, or feel free to contact our offices where myself, my partner, or one of our representatives be happy to answer any further questions you might have.